we will make time for what we want to make time for. I have a client who I actually just started with this morning, a book coaching client, and he said, I was like, when do you have time to do this? And he said, I've found 40 minutes every morning to do cardio. I will make the time for this. And it comes down to, is it important enough to you? That being said, if you are, a brand new mother with an infant child or caring for a sick parent, you possibly do not have time to take on a book right now. But for the rest of us, turn the TV off. If you think about how many hours a day we watch TV and how many hours a week, you could write War and Peace in that amount of time. So if it matters to you, you will make the time to do it. The biggest tip that I give my clients and that I have learned is that first book that I wrote took me 3 years. And I was not working at the time. So, there was plenty of time. After that, my time started going down until the third one I did in 30 days.
Wow.
And I realized that the difference was I knew where I was going. Mm-hmm. When I sat down to write that first one, in the writing world, they call it seat of your pants. You just kind of sit down and whatever flows through you, whatever muse graces you that day, you put on paper. And that may work for some people, no judgment. For me, it took 3 years. When I sat down and I outlined my story, and now when I outline my my nonfiction books, you know what you're going to write. You've already done the thinking. You've already done the research. Now it's time to sit down and, I'll be gross for a moment, puke out your first draft. Just get it out because it's already swimming around inside your head. You've already structured it. Now it's time to just get it out on paper. And when people do that, when people actually take the time to prep before they ever sit down and start writing, it goes so much faster. And I actually wrote a book called Book Writing for Busy People. And see, a short title, I can do it. I wrote that book in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Because I knew exactly what I wanted to say. I knew how I wanted to take people through that journey, because even a nonfiction book is still going to be a journey that people have to go on. Mm-hmm. And as soon as I knew what I was going to say, all I had to do was say it. It was all in here. It was just a matter of getting it out. So for nonfiction books and for business books, things like that, you probably already know what you want to say and what you want to communicate. Just say it. Just figure it out ahead of time and just knock it out. And don't worry, your first draft is going to suck.